Past regular verb conjugation in German is the modification of a verb's form that shows facts, repeated actions, a list of actions, and schedules and timetables in the past. In German, there are two forms of the past: Präteritum, past simple or preterite, and perfect. The two tenses describe events that occurred in the past, and in this video, I'll cover the Präteritum as the preterite. However, it's important to know that German has regular and irregular verbs that get conjugated in the past, and as a result, I'll cover past regular verb conjugation in this video. In the next video, irregular verbs will be shown in the Präteritum. When it comes to conjugating regular verbs in the Präteritum, we can form the preterite of regular verbs using the following pattern. We remove the n ending from the infinitive form of a verb, and then we get the verb stem. After doing so, we add the correct past tense endings. For ich, add te. For du, add test. For sie, es, add te. For wir, add ten. For ihr, add tet. And for sie, add ten. These are the endings for regular verbs in the German Präteritum, and you can see that ich, sie, and es have the same ending, te, and that wir and sie have the same ending, ten, so context will tell the difference. This is how past conjugation works for regular verbs, so let's see how a regular verb will be conjugated in the past. Let's take the verb spielen. To conjugate it in the Präteritum, remove the n ending, take the verb stem, spiel, and add the correct endings. Ich spielte. Du spieltest. Sie, es spielte. Wir spielten. Ihr spieltet. Sie spielten. This is how spielen is conjugated in the Präteritum. Now, let's take the verb machen. To conjugate it, remove the n ending, take the verb stem, mach, and add the correct endings. Ich machte. Du machtest. Sie, es machte. Wir machten. Ihr machtet. Sie machten. Take the verb lernen. Ich lernte. Du lerntest. Sie, es lernte. Wir lernten. Ihr lerntet. Sie lernten. Take the verb sagen. Ich sagte. Du sagtest. Sie, es sagte. Wir sagten. Ihr sagtet. Sie sagten. Take the verb hören. Ich hörte. Du hörtest. Sie, es hörte. Wir hörten. Ihr hörtet. Sie hörten. This is how regular verbs get conjugated in the German Präteritum. However, some spelling rules need to be known for better pronunciation. For special verbs ending in ten, den, men, and nen, an extra e is added before te in every past ending. This is done on purpose because these endings are weak verb endings in the Präteritum, and therefore they need an extra letter for better pronunciation. One common verb that's affected by this rule is arbeiten, and in the Präteritum, its conjugations will look like this. Ich arbeitete. Du arbeitetest. Sie, es arbeitete. Wir arbeiteten. Ihr arbeitetet. Sie arbeiteten. This is how arbeiten is conjugated in the Präteritum, and this is how the spelling rule works. After knowing regular past verb conjugations, the best way to utilize verbs would be in basic sentences. While you can make examples on your own, let's have some phrases that utilize the verbs that I showed previously. Ich machte gestern einen Kuchen. Sie lernte den ganzen Tag vor die Prüfung. Wir spielten Fußball im Park. Ihr hörtet gestern ein interessantes Lied. Arbeitete bis spät in die Nacht. This is how regular verbs work in the German Präteritum. Still, it's important to note that each Präteritum sentence is more common in written German, while the perfect tense is what you would hear in daily conversation. So, while it is useful to know the Präteritum, you should know that this tense is more common in written stories, formal writing, and news articles. On the other hand, the perfect tense is used in natural spoken German a lot more, which will be explained in the next videos. Nonetheless, another way to use regular verbs in the past is in yes or no questions. When asking questions using regular verbs, place a conjugated verb before a subject to give it a question-like tone, thereby making the inverted sentence pattern. Using the verbs I showed previously, some examples are: Machtest du gestern deine Hausaufgaben? The responses can be: Ja, ich machte sie. Nein, ich machte sie nicht. Lerntet ihr vor die Prüfung? Ja, wir lernten viel. Nein, wir lernten nicht. Spielte er gestern Fußball? Ja, er spielte Fußball. Nein, er spielte nicht. Arbeitete sie bis spät in die Nacht? Ja, sie arbeitete lange. Nein, sie arbeitete nicht lange. In these responses, I'm using the Präteritum, which is fine, but remember that the perfect is more natural in spoken German. Another effective way in which regular verbs can be used is in W questions, where the subjects are placed at the end of sentences and the responses can vary, like: Was machtest du gestern Abend? Ich machte meine Hausaufgaben. Wann lerntet ihr vor die Prüfung? Wir lernten gestern Abend. Mit wem spielte er Fußball? Er spielte mit seinen Freunden. Overall, this is how past regular verb conjugation fully works in German, and in the next video, past irregular verb conjugation will be shown.